live and right now on YouTube. We're starting to doing it live as well, and also we gonna do like a pre-recorded version unless you want to see like what's going on, what I'm talking about on the screen and stuff like that. So we're doing that, and plus we're on podcast too. So welcome everybody to WFSO Aftermath Special. As I explained on Twitch, we thought we was gonna get some big news going on when it comes to Monday Night Raw today, but really wasn't much of a big news or anything like that. But we will get on to that subject later. Of course, talk about tonight's Bucks and Pistons game, the final time these two teams face off each other this season. Unless some of a miracle that Detroit Pistons end up making it in the playoffs or something, which is really looks like is not going to happen. So, but then again, crazy things that happened in the past. You got everybody that's scoring like Giannis last month scored like 64 points, and you got um, Cat from the Timberwolves scoring like 64, and you got Joe Embiid tonight scoring 70 points. So, yeah, crazy things that happened this season, and we got a dumb coach for the boot. So I don't know what more you can do, but I don't know. But hopefully, a trade will happen, or they'll get somebody from the buyout, or they'll you know do something when it's before the trade deadline. But it's kind of like known right now that we know that the coach is not going to be gone at least until the end of the season, and see how the Bucks do. If it's some sort of miracle, they end up making it. No, I wouldn't say miracle, but it'll be insane if the Bucks make it to the NBA Finals with this coach and and win it. So everybody gonna be like, keep the coach, keep the coach. Some of us is not gonna say that because right now the coach doesn't have a system and doesn't know what to do. So I think he's gonna be gone. Just put it that way. Um, but yeah, let's and maybe it's some little bit wrestling news we probably talk about later. Talk about the world title situation, and let's just get started with this game. 122 to 113. The Bucks beat the Detroit Pistons or the final game of these two facing each other in the season. So we will talk about like other stuff about that, and of course, the other game that they got this Wednesday. So we will talk about that. Um, first off, let's go to the quarter status, and it's kind of like up and down for like both teams in a way. It's like there's points in the game. Detroit did have like a 1 point lead or something like that. Then the Bucks comes back, you know, and take the lead or whatever. But y'all get what I'm saying. So let's get to the quarter status. First quarter, both teams tied. I say they broke even, 30 to 30 a piece, or 30 a piece, I should say. Um, Second quarter, it was a low scoring game for both teams, which I should say low scoring quarter, not game, but low scoring quarter. Wait a minute, is that okay? About to say, I thought it was like sleet already, but looking at the news and talking at the same time. So, excuse me. So you see in the second quarter, Bucks was up 28 to 26 in the second quarter. Third quarter, of course, it's the same thing with though Bucks still leading 31 to 29. So they was up by two in that quarter as well. Then the fourth quarter, kind of very close as well. You got 33-28. So it was like mostly all Bucks except for the first quarter. It was like tied. And like I said, there were some points where Pistons did have the lead at one point. So yeah, it's just insane and crazy playing by both of these teams. And like I said, I don't know who all got the final their final scoring thing, but this is insane. And the bench really, not much going on. And but it's like one good thing to see is like Pat Connaughton didn't play that much, but I guess that's still not enough. But let's get to the team status. Um, we're gonna start with the Bucks first. As you see, I know some of y'all probably can't see it, but for the ones who can and the ones who's listening, it's mainly 42 out of 94 with 44.7% field goal shooting for the Bucks. A season low for this team with 3-point shooting, 10 of 39 with 25.6% from three. So that's kind of horrible. The free throws are a little bit better than what they did on Saturday, 28 out of 34 with 82.4% from the free throw. So at least that's good news with them for making their free throws mostly. Um, 10 offensive rebounds with a total of 49, 26 assists. I think that's about 7 steals and 8 blocks. And yeah, it just seems like their turnover is getting less and less. They only have a total of 9 turnovers. So I don't know if y'all can see that as a plus, but at least like the turnover, they're not in the double digits as of late. So hopefully, they keep that going. Now let's talk about Detroit's. A little bit better field goal percentages and shooting by Detroit with 40 out of 89, 44.9% from the field, and a little bit better 3-point shooting than the Bucks, although it was 10 of 30 with 33.3%. And you got Detroit shooting on free throws, 23 out of 29 with 79.3%. 6 offensive rebounds, so less than the Bucks, with a total of 42 rebounds. So the Bucks did out rebound Detroit tonight. They down one assist from the Bucks. They only had 25. They did less better than they did. They did less, I should say, in steals than the Bucks did. They only had 4, but they did block more shots than the Bucks. Then only with 9, and their turnovers is only 10 turnovers. So still not too bad. It wasn't, at least it's not like on a higher number. Like I say, same thing with the Bucks too. Like their turnovers is not that high of a number. So that's a start. But I guess the main problem is just like they haven't played Cameron Payne ever since Jay Crowder came back. And they need somebody that can take the ball, or unless they're gonna do it with Andre Jackson Jr. be like a backup point guard or something. They can at least, do something with that. But that's just me. Man, then again, it's the coach, so what more can you say? Now let's get to the team status, which the bench, well, player status, I should say. For once, the well, you might say again, that the Pistons bench outscored the Bucks bench. So yeah, they really had to do something with that because this is insane. And Bobby Portis is declining, still ridiculous. But let's get to the player stats. We're gonna start with Giannis first. 31 points. Only had like 2 turnovers, so that's pretty good. 2 blocks, 3 steals. So I'm not saying that's a season high for him, but that's the highest that I've seen him do so far. Um, 10 assists, 17 rebounds. So he did get a triple double. So, 30, 10, and 10. So that's pretty good. 3 offensive rebounds he had. Not so bad at 8 of 12 from the free throw line. So that's not too bad. 1 of 5 from the three, and 11 of 25 from the field. Ouch. Chris Middleton, he passed Glenn Robinson's scoring points, and now he is officially the third scorer on the Bucks list in franchise history. So he's in third. He passed Glenn Robinson out. And I guess all you got to do pass left, or you got pass now, I should say, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has like I think over 3,000 points more than Chris. So we'll see how that's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe Chris may get traded at the trade deadline. We don't know, but we'll see. He had 26 points, only 1 turnover, so that's good. 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, and 9 of 14 from the field. So that's decent scoring. Brook Lopez with 15 points, 4 blocks. Yeah, he had the most turnovers with 3. 3 assists, 11 rebounds. So another double double for the second consecutive game that he has. 5 offensive rebounds he has. 2 from the free throw, 1 to 2 from three, and 6 to 9 from the field. Damian Lillard, well, he had an off game today for the most part, but had 17 points, only 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 8 assists, so near double double for him, 5 rebounds, 7 to 8 from the free throw, 2 of 10 from three, and 4 of 15 from the field. Malik Beasley had 13 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds with only 1 offensive rebound, 3 of 8 from three. That's all right. But his field goal shooting was kind of lacking too, with 5 of 14 from the field. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Only two players, I should say, that's only worth mention on here is Bobby Portis with 7 points, 1 block, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 3 of 4 from the free throw, 0 of 3 from three, and 2 of 5 from the field. Ouch. And Andre Jackson Jr. with 8 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 rebound, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 0 of 1 from three, and 3 of 4 from the field. Yeah, some of the dunks he did was very amazing, especially like off a couple of Damian Lillard's assists too. Yeah, that's saying something, and that was some good assists too, just by watching it. Okay, now we go to player status for Detroit, and Bogdan Bogdanovic, 15 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 to 2 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from three, and 6 of 12 from the field. I think Jalen Duren, I believe. Yeah, Jalen Duren. Yeah. 12 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 12 rebounds. So double double for him. So 12 and 12. 1 offensive rebound, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 5 of 14 from the field. So not a good field goal shooting night for him. Was it Jaden Ivy, I'm sorry. Had 17 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 6 to 7 from the free throw, 1 of 4 from three, and exactly the same as Jaden Duren with 5 out of 14 from the field. Yeah, that kind of sucks. And once again, their bench was better than our bench, so they really need to do something. Dario Garinari, 9 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the free throw, a perfect 1 of 1 from three, and 3 of 4 from the field. Isaiah Stewart with 19 points, 5 blocks, 2 steals, 2 assists, 8 rebounds, so near double double for him. But he also had a 1 offensive rebound, 7 to 8 from the free throw, 2 of 6 from three, and 5 of 9 from the field. Alec Burke with 9 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 of 9 from three, but 3 of 12 from the field. So not that good of a shooting night than he had on Saturday. I think Marcus Sazzer, he had the team high, I should say. He didn't have the game high, but he had the team high. 23 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 1 rebound, perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw, 0 of 4 from three, and 9 of 17 from the field. So once again, the final score on that is 122 to 113, Milwaukee Bucks over Detroit Pistons. And of course, Milwaukee won the regular season series 4-0. If y'all need a recap on that, I will talk about the scores of those games. Bucks beat the Pistons on November 8th, 120 to 118 at home. And once again, the Bucks play at home on game 2, December 16th. Of course, it was last month, 146 to 114. So yeah, that was a beating on that one. Of course, this past Saturday's game, 141 to 135, Bucks over Pistons, of course. And today's game was 122 to 113. So yeah, Pistons does win the series, and the next game that they play, not against each other, but the next game the Bucks play, because the Detroit Pistons and Milwaukee Bucks, they're done with each other for the season. And their next game will be Wednesday. They go against Cleveland for their next 2 games. So the final 2 games at home for when they play against Cleveland. After that, they will be done with Cleveland as well. So yeah, really interesting. Before we jump into the next subject, we will look at the full standings of the NBA. The votes of the All-Star starters will be revealed this Thursday, and I think next Thursday they will reveal the benches voted by the coaches, which I really don't get. But hopefully, Damian Lillard will end up making it in the starting 5. Although, despite his his ups and downs on the field goal, maybe he'll get a little bit better. So let's talk about sponsors. Art from the Heart. If you like fan art from like the comic books or just animated drawings and stuff like that, you can go talk to Mike. But also look for his page, Art from the Heart, through Facebook. You can find him there, and I guarantee he's probably gonna give you a deal on the drawings that he creates. So go check him out on Facebook. Moving dudes, if you're in Wisconsin and in Florida, which he will be in Florida this weekend for the Royal Rumble. I wish I can go, but I got like other plans that I need to do, other business that I need to do too. So not be going this weekend in Tampa. But anyways, if you're in Florida or Wisconsin and you want to move within those states, moving dudes will be the ones you want to call. Just talk to LaShawn and he'll give you a deal on moving rates. So give him a call at 414-807-4299. Okay, now let's get on to the standings. Yeah, Boston won their game today. I think they beat Dallas, so they're still the best record in the NBA with the 2-game winning streak. Of course, the Bucks. I think they're the third best record. Let's see. Yeah, they're the third best record in the NBA, and they're the third team that made it to 30 wins. Although Minnesota was second, but oh, matter of fact, Minnesota and the Bucks are tied for the second best record in the NBA. My apologies. I had to pay attention to that for a moment and just didn't think. But anyways, yep. Both Minnesota and Milwaukee are tied for the second best record in the NBA. Okay, now of course the Bucks won their last two. We'll talk about Minnesota in a minute. Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last 6. They're in third. Cleveland, which big winning streak in the NBA right now, with 8-game winning streak, and they're in fourth. New York Knicks are in fifth. They won their last 3. Miami Heat is in sixth. They lost their last 3, and they're tied with Indiana Pacers for that spot. They both got the same record, which Indiana Pacers lost their last 2. Orlando Magic, they're in 8th, and they lost their last game. Chicago is in 9th. They lost their last game, and Atlanta is in 10th with losing their last game. Then you got Boston, Toronto, and Charlotte finally on the double-digit win column. They won today. I think they were the ones that beat Minnesota, I believe. But we'll look at that in a second. Then you got the single-digit team. Yeah, Washington and Detroit. Now let's go to the West. Minnesota Timberwolves, of course, they're in first, tied with the second best record in the NBA, as I said earlier. They lost their last 2. Oklahoma City Thunder in second. They won their last 2. Denver Nuggets is in third. They won their last 2. Los Angeles Clippers, they're in fourth. They won their last 2. And wow, what a jump. Phoenix went from, they was in 8th, and now they're the 5th seed. They are tied with New Orleans Pelicans, but Phoenix won their last 6 games. New Orleans Pelicans is in 6th. They lost their last game. Sacramento Kings is in 7th. They lost their last 4. Dallas is in 8th. They lost their last 2, including today. Yeah, they lost to Boston. Los Angeles Lakers are the 9th seed right now. They're tied with Utah, but the Lakers won their last game, and the Utah Jazz in 10th, which lost their last 2. Then we got Houston Rockets. Golden State Warriors, shockingly, is still down, so that's a surprise. Memphis, of course, with John Morant is going to be out for the rest of the season. Looked like they was going to be promising when he came back, but injury caught up, and although they won their last game, so and you got Portland, and the only single-digit winning team in the West is the San Antonio Spurs, which they probably going to end up getting their 10 wins sooner or later. So let's go to the scores. Um, sorry, you got you got Phoenix beating Chicago 113 to 115. Then you got Boston beating Dallas 119 to 110. Charlotte beating Minnesota 128 to 125. So that was a close game. Memphis beating Toronto, not surprised, 108 to 100. Uh, Sixers beating the Spurs 123 to 133. Cleveland beating Orlando 126 to 99. Of course, Milwaukee beating Detroit 122 to 113, of course. And right now you got it's the third quarter. You got Sacramento in the lead against Atlanta with 79 to 64. Right now that's on NBA TV. Okay, that's it for that. Now let's go to some wrestling. So what I wanted to talk about is the although they do um talking about Seth Rollins' injury, so that was the first thing I watched because I didn't see some of the Bucks game around that hour when we were around that part. Was like I wanted to see like are they gonna actually have Seth Rollins relinquish the World Heavyweight Championship? But right now they might end up giving him the Roman Reigns treatment, which is seem like that he's gonna hold it. And believe me, I don't want like Roman Reigns to hold it, you know what I mean? For like not defending it for so long. Although that kind of sucks, but Seth Rollins is gonna hold on to the world title too, and seem like he's not gonna let it go. But although Hazel had pointed something out with me earlier today that if Seth Rollins can get that his I think his left knee or something like that where he torn his MCL and it gets to I forgot what it said, but if he get that brace like real good and stuff, like always had the brace on it for it, he could still wrestle if he chose to. But my thing is like I don't know if you want to risk more injury on that too. So I don't know, but he said he'll be out from 3 to 4 months, so that's like enough time for him, defend at WrestleMania. But it seems like this is gonna be the sad part. Like he's gonna defend it at WrestleMania, but he's gonna lose. So right now is a perfect opportunity for Damian Priest to cash in on him, and maybe kick the living crap out of him and pin him. So it's the time for like Damian Priest to do that, and maybe he runs with it for a couple months. Then WrestleMania, he defends it and loses it to whoever will be facing that time. Could it be CM Punk? Could it be Cody Rhodes? Who knows? We really don't know what's going to be going on, but we just got like a little bit of predictions of what we think was going to go on. So, what we're going to do this Friday, I may film it live on Twitch and maybe live on Facebook. We probably will have it done on. Oh, excuse me. on the podcast as well, we're gonna give our excuse me, road to WrestleMania predictions. But I know, Mike ain't gonna be that much help because he don't pay attention to it until when it comes to the pay-per-view. But we're just gonna give out well, probably my prediction, and Hazel's maybe a little bit because she does watch it sometimes with me. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. But prediction is, like I said, should be fun. And I did like that moment with Cody and CM Punk in the ring, so that was pretty good too. So let's see. Yeah, we already know some of these. Let's see. Former WWE Divas Champion reported scheduled to be present at the Royal Rumble. Um, I think I already know who it is because they mentioned it earlier today, and I think that will be none other than Michelle McCool. So they said both the Undertaker and Michelle McCool will be at the Royal Rumble. But then again, Undertaker got a show the next day of his One Dead Man show nearby Tampa, so he'll be doing that. So of course it'll make more sense for him to, him being down there and all that. Let's see what else would be interesting to talk about. Okay, and I think you already know who's on the cover of the NBA 2K24 games. You got now we got like a little bit more information on it. It was by through TikTok, and Hazel was listening to it, and I was too. So interesting. Cody Rhodes will be in the standard edition of 2K24. The special edition, well, the deluxe edition, I should say, will be no other than Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. So the first time you had two women be on the cover of a video game like that. So good, that's good news and something to be interested in. So most likely, the game probably gonna come out in March. Then they got a different edition of the different WWE 2K24, which will be marked as the 40 years of WrestleMania. So most likely they're gonna have the stories of what's going on between the first WrestleMania and all the way through 40. They kind of did that when it came to was it the 30 years of WrestleMania? They did that. I think that was on 2K14. Yeah, yeah. I think that game was like they had The Rock on the cover, then they had Daniel Bryan on the cover as well. I believe that's right. But then again, could be wrong. Let's see. See, of course, the free agent talent for them. Let's see. Let's see. I ain't talking about that. Yeah, our truth was funny, man. In the main event with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, came to the ring talking to Damian Priest about giving him his cut. He he pushed Truth and said like, "What are you doing? I'm in the match." So he ended up like our Truth ended up going out and trying to put it in the briefcase and said, "What's the password?" Which was funny. Our Truth did ruin it for Damian Priest to win the match, but Drew McIntyre ended up winning 1, 2, 3. Oh God, that's crazy. Let's see. Okay, what else is there to talk about? More about Bruce Pritchard. Let's see. Yeah, we just talked about that. Let's see. We ain't gonna talk about that. More details on Kevin Dunn's final days in WWE. We don't care as long as he's gone. Let's see. There's really ain't really not much to talk about. But I will mention this as we looking at it right now that Tony Khan is going to bring back the AEW rankings. I think starting this week. So, and some people are not in favor of it, and some people are. The ones that are, they're just hoping that he does better at it, and the other people was just thinking like, no, he's going to screw this up again, and the person that shouldn't be number one shouldn't have the top shot or whatever. But at least they it'll be more people defending it on Dynamite or Collision or Rampage, wherever the case that may, or possibly Battle of the Belts. Um, because Simone Joe he did defend it last week against Hook, which I did saw like the close of that match. It was pretty good. So it's like one thing that the AEW can throw into the book. So good for them. Um, if there's not any more things to talk about, let's see. Let's see. I really don't know what to talk about. But then again, like you got these free agents that's out there that you may want to work with, and it'll just be interesting to see like what free agents that you want to see, that either WWE, TNA, or AEW will try to get. So I think it would be interesting to see like the other free agents that's left and who they go for. Or it could be somebody that that can call, and decide like, okay, we're gonna or somebody that's gonna get called up. No, we're not gonna talk about that. I accidentally clicked that, so I apologize. So you got like that, and you got Adam Copeland, like what he's been doing since he's been in AEW. Some people don't like his run in AEW because he only been like the TNT Championship for like matter of seconds and lose it back to Christian Cage, which I kind of mentioned that it make the least sense on how all that happened. And me personally, I don't get it. I really don't. It's just like, why? It's just like really just didn't like make any freaking sense. It really did. Um, I'm trying to. I can't even think offhand who's like still a free agent, but seems like TNA has taken like at least almost half of the free agents that was in September and signed them up to, you know, on their roster. Like AJ Francis is another. Dana Brooke now calling herself by her. I think her real first name is Ash anyway. So they're just gonna go with that. It's called Ash by Elegance. So whenever she's gonna like debut wrestling, we don't know. And AEW kind of lied when you said well by Warner Brothers Discovery that they want them to do a pay-per-view every month, and as you can tell, they're not going to do any of that until March.
You still on Twitch?
Yes.
My latest creation, WrestleMania 6 Ultimate Warrior.
I thought you couldn't draw that.
Show it on Twitch.
I don't think they're going to be able to see it, but that is good. You can show either way, so you can
Hey, people.
see it through there and show them on Twitch.
WrestleMania 6 Ultimate Warrior, designed by me. I know you guys can't see me, but yeah, that's one of my newest ones.
So I do want to see them draw like more wrestling people like that. So we'll see how that goes.
I just found this one looking through some shit. I'm like, you know what? I did Ultimate Warrior, but it's been a while. I haven't drawn any wrestling people in quite some time. Like last one I can remember doing is Jeff Hardy. Besides this one, I did Warrior, I did Sting, I did Jeff Hardy, and then this one. I haven't done anything else.
Cool beans. So of course he got his own thing called Art from the Heart, and I was just talking about that with y'all earlier that he does like fan art drawings, and of course the drawings you just saw for those who's watching live on YouTube or pre-recorded or you watching live on Twitch, y'all saw the drawing, and yeah, so he's that good. Thanks for clearing that for me. So yeah, he is really that good. So y'all interested in the drawings he making, stuff like that, go to Art from the Heart on Facebook. But like I said, on Friday we're gonna do our own predictions and stuff like that for the road to WrestleMania. Also, probably some things that y'all probably know and what we know that we're gonna there could be some surprise entrants that could be coming in to either the men's or women's Royal Rumble. Like we kind of already spoiled one that was Michelle McCool was gonna be there. Maybe she's gonna be in the Royal Rumble match. You never know. And there may be some call up from NXT for the women on there to be on it. Maybe possible with some men from NXT would be called up. That'd be interesting. But you do want to see some surprises and some returns, and we got a feeling at least like maybe a male wrestler gonna make his return, and we also think that another female is gonna make her return too. So we'll talk about all that on Friday. And yes, should be interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really not much to talk about, but we can talk about one more thing that Drew McIntyre, his contract will end after WrestleMania of this year. So is he going to resign or what's going to be going on? So right now, we don't know, or what can probably would change about their original plans of the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania or whatever the case may be. Plans may change. We really don't know. Um, but the thing he always wanted to actually have like a live audience see him wrestle at WrestleMania for the either defending or winning the world title, which he never got that chance because of the pandemic. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see like what's going to happen with him after if he resigns or don't sign his contract. Well, only time will tell. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, we're just gonna end it here. That's probably pretty much it. What we're gonna talk about. Like, ain't that much to talk about, especially no news or anything like that. But like I said, we're gonna have a special on Friday, just talking about the road to WrestleMania predictions and stuff like that, and including this Saturday's Royal Rumble. We will do a prediction show of like who we think is gonna win the Royal Rumble or who's gonna win their matches as well. So we're gonna have that. So yeah, a lot of stuff is gonna be going on this week. And but let's continue with our 15th anniversary of WFSO. So yeah, pretty cool. Just like I said, I'm gonna end it from here. You guys on Twitch, please keep watching because we're gonna do a live watch along this Saturday as well. During the Royal Rumble, so you get to hear our reactions and all that good stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. And please follow us on Twitch as well. Guys that's listening on the podcast, please follow us and or subscribe to us either on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcast from. Just look for Wrestling Fan Speak Out and wherever platform you looking for your podcast on, and I think most likely will be on there. For you guys that's either watching pre-recorded on YouTube or watching it live, please like this video, give it a like. Hopefully, you guys, check this channel out. You like wrestling content and also Milwaukee Bucks content, this will be the channel for you. So please like, so people will know that this is going on with the channel too. And plus the video did over 1,000 videos and halfway up to 2,000 videos. So we've done a lot for the past 15 years. And it's just been fun ever since. So yeah, check out our past videos also on YouTube as well. Like we got like wrestling content and also Milwaukee Bucks content as well. Also, I want to hear from you guys, so just let me know during the live chats and stuff like that. Do you want to see me do like off-season posts about the Packers or whatever moves they make, or you can talk about like Brewers off-season and stuff like that? Like, I'm not going to talk about the games or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about like their off-season moves or something like that. Probably just mostly just keep the channel going. So if you're interested in me doing that, let me know. Excuse me. So, like I said, I'm gonna end it here, and I appreciate y'all listening and watching. So until the next video, which most likely will probably be Wednesday, talking about the Bucks and Cavaliers, or if something happens like news wise and stuff, we'll talk about it on here, right on YouTube, and maybe a little bit on the podcast as well. So we'll see. So most likely, if nothing happens, most likely we'll be back on Wednesday. So until then, you guys have a good one, and see you later.